Hey guys, welcome back. It's time once again for ESPN Racing Pick'em. I'm Nicole, he's Laurence. The concept is really very simple. I get to ask questions. Laurence has to answer, and he just has to try not to be wrong. It's very simple. Let's start with this first one. Who's going to get the better finish this weekend in Hungary? Will it be Lando Norris or will it be Fernando Alonso?
Well, at the moment, McLaren and Alpine are really close in terms of performance. So you could make cases for either of them, but I'm going to go with Fernando Alonso. He likes this place. He got his first win here in 2003. And Alpine at the moment seem to have the edge over McLaren. So, yeah, I'll go with Fernando on that one.
Why does 2003 seem like several lifetimes ago at this moment?
Well, for Fernando, it's almost several careers ago. You know, he's left F1, come back. He's won Le Mans in between. But
good point.
Remarkably, he's still there. He's still racing. And you know what? He's still racing pretty competitively as well.
I totally agree. All right. Which constructor is going to have the highest placing driver? Is it going to be Aston Martin or Alfa Romeo?
Nicole, these are all tough ones. These are all tough ones further down the grid. So I'm going to say Alfa Romeo in this case. I feel like they have the better package overall. The problem they've been having is just reliability issues. They lose sessions here and there. But Valtteri Bottas, I'm going to go with. He's got a lot to correct after last year, because if you remember this race last year, he caused the big turn one incident that took a lot of people out. But he's been very good in that Alfa Romeo this year. He's kind of a new driver, new guy, a lot more relaxed. So I'm going to pick him to beat his teammate, but also the two Aston Martins, crucially, so Alfa Romeo.
Okay, so this next driver is someone who is just surrounded by question marks about everything. Will Daniel Ricciardo score points? Yes or no?
It's been a tough year for him, hasn't it? Like again and again, we have these questions. He got points in France. That was a good step for him, but he was still a long way off his teammate and a long way off those two Alpines we were talking about a minute ago as well. So I'm going to say yes, because I really want him to. I really want him to build up the momentum. And you know what? This is such an important race in the season for so many drivers, because after this, they have the summer break. They have essentially 3 weekends off. And whatever happens in Hungary, however good you are psychologically, is going to play on your mind a bit. So I'm kind of hopeful in this one. Daniel Ricciardo scores some good points, and that carries him through the summer break. And then we see a slightly revitalized Daniel Ricciardo at the other end.
It's so funny because we talked about him last week as well. And you have your mind answering the questions and you have your heart answering the questions. And both times you can tell you guys both sort of wanted to like go with your heart. All right. Obviously the podium is where everyone wants to be. It's also been really hard to get there if you're not Ferrari or Mercedes or Red Bull. So my question to you is, will there be a team not named Ferrari, Red Bull, or Mercedes on this weekend's podium?
I'm going to say no, just because we're getting to that point in the season where these results are incredibly important. And yeah, you've got 6 cars there with the Ferraris, the Red Bulls and Mercedes. And really you'd need like 4 of them to drop out the race to allow someone else in. Now, last year we saw Esteban Ocon win in an Alpine, so it's not beyond the realms of possibility, but it's rare you get 2 races like that, 1 circuit in a row. So I'm going to pick the slightly more boring answer and say the podium will be full of Ferraris, Red Bulls, and maybe even Mercedes.
Okay, well, speaking of winning and speaking of highly boring answers, who is going to be the race winner this weekend? Is it going to be Max Verstappen, Lewis Hamilton, Charles Leclerc, or my favorite other, aka the field?
Well, I've kind of ruled myself out. I suppose I could go with their teammates, but no, I'm going to say Charles Leclerc. He had that awful spin in France. Dropped a victory that was really there for the taking for him. And with some drivers, you see them go into a downward spiral, but not Charles Leclerc. He often comes back even stronger. And I think mentally he knew that he had messed up and he's very keen to rectify that. And I think he's going to do it immediately in Hungary. And also we need it for the championship. So there's a bit of heart speaking there as well.
The head and the heart answer. All right. Enjoy this race, then enjoy your break, and we'll see you when it's all over.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.